Hi, I'm Margaret and welcome to Garden School. Hi, I'm Margaret and welcome to Garden School. Today I wanted to talk about some things that have not gone as planned. We might call them failures. But having a failure does not make you or me a failure. It is a learning opportunity. First, I would like to show you what I am learning about pruning my apple trees. Let's take a look. So I have 3 little semi-dwarf apple trees, and one of them is actually a columnar apple, which is kind of a cool thing to have if you have a tight space. But these things there's just a few blossoms were holding on still on these, and they had very few blossoms. And I thought, no, wait a minute, we've had a really weird spring, but I mean, come on, what's going on? There should be a lot more blossoms. Well, I think I know what happened. So I think I know what happened. When I was pruning, I was really thinking about getting those long lateral and horizontal branches and the vertical ones too, to come back into the tree so it wouldn't spread so much. And I also thought about opening up the tree so it would have a lot of air circulation and sunlight could come into the center part of the tree. I think I achieved that. However, I was not very diligent about looking at the ends of all of those laterals, and I think I pruned off a lot of the fruiting buds. Now I could recognize the fruiting spurs, those older spurs, which I knew would create blossoms, and I left those, and I'll show you some of those now that have some fruit just starting to develop on them. There is a little cluster on a short little spur, and that is a fruiting spur, and I could identify that and leave that on. But I took a lot of other stuff off. Well, I will have to say that for the past 2 years, 2 of these trees have produced over 100 pounds of fruit each. That's just crazy, and that's including the severe thinning that I did. So it's also possible that these trees were just a little exhausted. I'm going to say that that's a possibility. But I'm also going to say that next winter, before I prune, I'm going to do a little bit more review about identifying the places that will produce the blossoms so that I have a little bit more next year. Let's go look at something else, okay? Okay, I have a blueberry bush, a few years old, and it's had fruit before. In fact, we can probably see right here, that looks like might have been last year. Well, on this one, I don't see any blossoms this year, and I'm going to have no fruit on it this year. Interesting. Now this one is a different variety, and you can see that I've got blossoms. I'm going to have some nice fruit set on it. That's going to produce a little bit for me. That's nice, and I'm happy about that. And this one as well. Oh, look at that. There's a little bumblebee pollinating. Awesome, great. So this is cool. I'm gonna get some fruit from this. Yeah, we have had a weird spring, and it was a really severe winter last year. So I don't know if that is a factor in that one bush having no blossoms this year. I'm not sure. I kind of think that I need to hone up on my blueberry pruning skills too for next year. Now, everyone has a different aesthetic about what they want in their garden and what they would like to do. But the whole point of it is to try something, to learn about it. You don't have to be a victor in every situation. I think if you're learning something, that's the actual victory. Hopefully, we don't kill too many plants along the way. I mean, that's ideal. Now, in my garden, I have a lot of self-sowers. I like them. I have rose campion, I have forget-me-nots, and I have a wild foxglove. I have a lot of things, even this beautiful little thing that came in from the woods that has just managed to make itself so happy here by the stream. It's loves it here, and I love it here too, and I want to encourage that. Somebody else might say, oh, that's just a weed, take it out. You know, it's not a weed in my garden. And I like the way it looks. And you know what? I think other people that come to see do like it too. Well, think about those things that you maybe said, oh, I failed at growing potatoes, or I will never try growing peppers again. That was an absolute waste of time. No, it wasn't. You learned something. You learned that the conditions you gave that plant weren't the best for it. And you also can get lots and lots of resources from books, from classes, from your local nursery, podcasts, and webinars, all sorts of things. You can find a lot of information. Well, go out and have fun, and those things that don't go as planned, consider those learning opportunities. You learned something. So there's always more to learn in the garden. Bye-bye.